welcome back. So today's video is a tutorial. Now I know that I don't do many of them, so I am trying to do them more often for you. You guys kept giving me compliment after compliment after compliment on the eye look that I had on in my giveaways video. And I accomplished that look using the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette, and I absolutely love this palette. So if you guys are interested in how I got this eye look using the exact same palette, now this is a very similar eye look to the one that I did in my video, but it's not exactly the same. I did change it up just a little bit. So if you guys are interested in how to get this look, just stay tuned. Okay, so we are going to start this look off by priming our eyes. I am going to use this Wet n Wild Photofocus eyeshadow primer from the drugstore, really affordable. I just like to give my eyeshadow just a little something to stick to. I don't necessarily have really oily eyelids. This is just an extra step just to make sure that I get the best longevity out of my eyeshadow, and it's like $5 at the drugstore, so yeah, affordable. All right. Okay, so I am using the Violet Voss Holy Grail eyeshadow palette for this. I love this eyeshadow palette. It is beautiful, and I am going to take Thanks a Latte as my first shade, and I am just going to set that primer. For a look like this, if you want really just like that sharp look, that wing, you know, you want to make it super dramatic, I would say go ahead and put tape down. I'm not putting tape down for this. So we are going to start with the transition shade called Transition. That's a proper name, as it turns out. And we are just going to put this into the crease and start blending. Doing some windshield wiper motions, nothing crazy. You guys know the drill. I will list all the brushes that I've used down below also. This is a Wet n Wild brush. It's like $1.99 or 99 cents, I'm not even sure, from the drugstore, and this is one of my favorite blending brushes. Okay, so the next shade that I am going to take is the shade Are You Kidding Me? Kitten Me. And it's just a darker version of the transition, and we are just going to put that lower in the crease, but keeping the same motions, the windshield wiper and the circles on the outer V of the eye, just to make sure that everything blends beautifully. And with no extra product on my brush, I'm just going to blend it up just a little bit. Alright, now with a more precise brush, I am going to take the shade Hashtag, and I'm also going to put that in the crease. This is one of the fun shades in this collection. Now I am keeping it rather low in the crease, but when I have nothing left on the brush, I will start to feather it up. And I think this is a really fun, like, orange color. Reminds me a lot of the orange soda shade from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Alright, now with no extra product, I'm going to take that first blending brush and I am just going to blend. I want to make sure we have no harsh lines. Okay, so we are blended. Now we are going to take the shade Wine and Dine on another crease brush, and we are going to start putting that into the crease. I will say these matte shades blend so easily. If you are a first-time makeup user and you want something a little more high-end, something a little more, something that is really easy to use, this is very user-friendly as far as an eyeshadow palette. These shades, it doesn't matter how high-end your brush is or how drugstore your brush is, it blends beautifully. Now I just used a drugstore Wet n Wild brush, and then I went ahead and used a higher end Goss brush, and So it doesn't matter what quality of the brush that you're using, these shadows blend so easily. And I absolutely love using this palette. Okay, so the next shade that I'm going to take on my fingers, I'm going to lay it down first on my fingers, and then I'll go back over it with a brush and some MAC Fix Plus. But I'm going to take Cranberry Splash down first. And I mean, you can just see how absolutely pigmented this is. And I like putting it on with my fingers because I feel like it's just the smoothest transition. All right, now I'm going to take some MAC Fix Plus and just a flat shadow brush. And then we are going to pack Toffee on the middle of the lid just to give it just that extra pop just an extra pop, really. I mean, it makes this shadow really just zing. I love the look. And if you like the blended look, you can take it all over the lid. You don't have to stop with just the center of the lid like I am doing. Okay, now I'm going to take a small shadow brush, just a small shadow brush, and I'm going to take Teddy Bear, and I am going to just darken up my outer V just a little bit to give just a little bit of dimension. And then I will take that first blending brush and I will just buff that into the crease. If you want to make this like super dramatic, you can take a black instead of this like chocolatey brown. You could take like a black and really just smoke it out and have some fun with it. I'm gonna be wearing this during the daytime, so we're not gonna smoke it out as much. All right, so this is the finished eye look. Now I will smoke out my lower lash line after I finish putting on the rest of my makeup. So you can take a Q-tip and you can just kind of clean up any shadow that may have traveled outside of, you know, what you wanted. That's the good thing about doing your eye makeup first. Makes cleanup really easy. Okay, so next we are going to prime our face. I'm going to put this palette to the side, but I will come back to it. Now, because I'm trying out a new foundation that has dimethicone in it, I'm going to just reach for just a moisturizing primer as opposed to something that has dimethicone in as well, just to give me that slip. I don't need it because it'll come from my foundation. So I have like this little trial size of the Too Faced Hangover RX. This is what I'm using as my primer. All right, so the foundation that I am testing today is from Lancome. It's their new Tint Idol Ultra Makeup Lipstick in 210 Buff. Now I am getting into a stick foundation phase, and so yeah, I like this formula, and I love the fact that you can just like play with your makeup. I am going to take my Artis brush and just blend as we go. I think I just got it in my hair. Well, that went on so easily. It might be just a smidge light, but I don't, the shade darker was way too dark, so we're just gonna work with that. Now I'm going to take my concealer, and we are going to conceal, and I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape. Okay, and I am going to take a beauty sponge and we are going to blend. Okay, so I'm not going to bake today, but I am going to go ahead and set my under eye. I know that with this one, I don't necessarily have to, but I always prefer to set it. And I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Airbrushed Silk Pressed Finishing Powder. I will make sure to list all of this below so that you guys know what I used. We're just going to press this into the skin. We don't want to move the concealer or the foundation, we just want to press. And the good thing about this is it helps with those pores. Like I have large pores in my T-zone, so it helps to fill them in and make them look less like noticeable. So I get oily in my T-zone, so that is why I'm setting just a little bit. If you don't use powder or you are super oily all over and you have to do everything, well, that's fine also. But I, just in my T-zone, just like to make sure that I set that so that it doesn't go anywhere. All right, we are going to move on to, I'm just going to bronze the face. And of course, I'm going to reach for my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This stuff is just awesome. It's money and it's so affordable. And I feel like everybody can use this. Well, everybody that needs to warm up their face anyway. I'm not contouring, I just want to give just a little bit of color. And I really love the way that this smells. It smells like I should be on a beach somewhere drinking Mai Tais. Alright, I've put some color back into my face. Now let's do some blush. And I have been loving this blush from Almay. This is the Almay Smart Shade in Nude. Well, it says Nude Mauve. It looks more mauve than nude, but that's okay. Nude Mauve, we'll call it that. This is such a beautiful blush. Very subtle. You can really build it up if you want. But I love how easily it blends. And it just looks so nice on the skin. I want to say that there are 3 shades in this line, but I only own 1, obviously. Well, maybe that's not obvious, but I only own 1. All right. Next, let's highlight. I am trying out a new palette. This is a blush palette from Revolution Makeup, or Makeup Revolution. I think it's Makeup Revolution. So I am trying out one of their highlights. I don't know the name, but I will obviously list this palette below. And of course, I'm going to take a little fan brush, and we are going to dip in to this highlight right here. It's a bit of a pink highlight, which I think will go nicely with this mauve blush. It's not super intense. It's very subtle, but I like it. It's just a very subtle sheen. All right, I'm gonna highlight just the nose, my Cupid's bow. All right, let's move on to the eyebrows. Yes, my eyebrows need some love. So I am going to be using my Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. I don't do a whole lot to my eyebrows. I really am trying to reshape them, so I'm just letting them grow and then just making subtle changes as we go because I really want to change the shape. But that takes such a long time. Anyone who has going through this problem, you guys know what I mean. If you're not happy with the shape of your brow, it takes forever to get them to be what you want. All right, the brows are done. All right, we're gonna go back to the eyes, and I'm going to line my waterline. And this is a new eyeliner that I'm trying out from Rodial. And it is the Smokey Eye Pen in black, and I have to say, I absolutely love using this. Okay, eyes are lined. Now I didn't forget to line both of them this time around. Sorry about that. I was editing that last video and it was driving me nuts that I forgot to black out my lower waterline on my right eye. It was driving me insane. So I'm gonna go back to the palette and I'm gonna take Teddy Bear once more, and I'm just going to smoke it on my lower lash line. Now, I went all the way in. If you don't like doing that, if you're not comfortable doing that, then go as far or not as far in as you want, and you can always change the color up depending on what you're doing. You could go back to transition, or you could use browning points. There are so many different colors that you can put on your waterline, or I'm sorry, on your lower lash line from this palette, that it doesn't have to be just this one, but it's what I'm using, so. I love this purpley brown color with just a hint of red undertone. I absolutely love it. Okay, so that is done. Now let's go ahead and curl our lashes and do mascara. Where's my lash curler? Things always run away when I need them. Alright, and my mascara is from Tarte. This is the Tartiest, what is it? Something paint. Tartiest Lash Paint. I love this stuff. It is awesome. So my video cut out, sorry guys. So I'm just taking the Tartiest Lash Paint Mascara and I am just coating my lashes. Okay, so I forgot to put a brow highlight, so I'm going to just take my finger and I'm going to take Proof from the palette, and I'm just going to give myself just a bit of a brow highlight. I just noticed that, and it was driving me nuts. So, just to give just a little extra something. Alright, let's talk about the lips. I am trying out some new products from BareMinerals. So many of you complimented the lip color in my last video, the announcement video. So I decided, well, why don't I try out another one on camera? I do have a review coming for this new like collection of lip products. So do not worry, it is coming. I'm using, what is this called? This is the BareMinerals Undercover Lip Liner in, it's called Gen Nude, but this is the shade Borderline. It's a very like your lips but better kind of a color, which I really like. So I am going to top it with a liquid lipstick. This is also from BareMinerals, and this is called Slay. I can already tell you I love the smell of these lipsticks. And there you have it. Now I did change up a couple of things from my look. I know so many of you guys complimented the look that I wore in my giveaway video, and I wanted to recreate it, but I did change a couple of things like the foundation and the lip color, but for the most part everything else is the same. I did try out a new liner, and I think I have a wing in that one, and I don't have a wing tonight. But I love this look. It is beautiful. It can be worn daytime or nighttime, and I absolutely love using this palette from Voss. If you guys are looking for a really, really nice high quality palette, this one is a good one. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. You guys know that I am trying to do more of them. It's a little outside my comfort zone only because I have to talk and do makeup. I'm like doing it on someone, excuse the puppy. I like doing it on someone in person where you can have an actual conversation with. Logan, I don't know what he's trying to play with, probably trying to play with the other dog. But you know, I find sometimes that I feel like I'm clumsy on camera, so I am trying to get better at it. If you guys have any kind of requests that you want me to do on any kind of look, please leave that below as well. I will take both compliments and critiques. If you see something in, you know, the way that I'm recording this that you don't like, I'm always open for criticism. I'm always trying to get better, especially in this craft. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have not done so already, please click that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.